Hello to all my friends out there. So I want to make sure my followers have food in their stockpile, food that they can make dinner out of if something happens. What if you're in an accident? What if you lose your job? What if the food isn't readily available? What if there's no food in the food bank? You know, what if all of a sudden you couldn't get your food stamp money out? Or what if there was a power outage and you couldn't get into the store? What if, could go on and on and on. Okay, so these are meals for a month, and I will post this on Twitter, but I want to go through these meals one at a time. Okay, I have on Mondays goulash and garlic bread. Okay, the reason I put goulash instead of spaghetti, goulash is actually cheaper. My mother-in-law used to make it probably about once a week. This is a good recipe right here. And then I buy the garlic bread on sale, marked down. Walmart always has it marked down. So I will post this recipe on Twitter. Just go Rotostone Twitter. Okay, so now, if you use stewed tomatoes and you just grind them in the blender, that works fine for this. So they had the stewed tomatoes on sale today at Walmart for 46 cents. Or you could use 2 of these little cans of tomato sauce. And you could dehydrate your onions and bell peppers. But somebody we know hasn't gotten around to getting a dehydrator. And then all of the rest of the stuff you have. Okay, so you could have macaroni, or you could just use noodles, whatever you had, noodles or macaroni. Okay, and then like if things got really, really bad, you could use your textured soy. This stuff is pretty cheap. This stuff can be had pretty cheap still. And all you do is you just cover it with beef broth, hot beef broth, or beef bouillon, and it'll pick up the taste of the beef or the chicken, whatever you want to use. So all you need is ground beef, or ground turkey is cheaper, onion, green pepper, tomato sauce, macaroni, sugar, salt, and sweet basil, or, in other words, basil. So if you stockpile stuff to make goulash, that is going to take care of 4 meals. You don't have to eat it every Monday. Okay, the next one, Spam, eggs, and toast. And what I do is I just cut the Spam. I buy this stuff at 99 cents only. I like this one. I try to find it as cheap as possible. And I think I have come to the conclusion that the Walmart eggs are probably the best deal. And so what you want to do is you want to have everything in the stockpile to make bread. And I thought I had the world's best bread recipe, but I didn't. This is the world's best bread recipe right here. So you want to be able to make bread if anything happens. Then you can have yourself a sandwich, or you can have yourself, you can have some eggs and toast. My grandmother would bake the bread every morning. It's doable. And you can just freeze your bread, and, it can be there all the time for you. Okay, so now, let's see. Now, this one is a good one. This one came from Henzo, one of the followers, and a lot of these are from the followers. So if I forget it was you, it's because, my memory is not good. Pancakes, eggs, and grape jam. Okay. His grandfather used to eat that several times a week. You can make your pancakes from scratch, which is better, but I have a bunch of these. Here's the grape jam. And, I bought the eggs at Walmart. So what I'm trying to do here, let me show you. So, these are pretty cheap, $1.14. So what I have here is four egg meals. So pancakes, eggs, and grape jam, or you could have toast. the main thing is so you can have a cheap meal. You know, if things start getting real crappy, fried egg sandwich and soup. Okay, how I make them is bread with eggs and ketchup, and then, you know, some soup. You can put ketchup on your egg sandwich. That tastes good. And you can make your own. You can make your own bread, or you can get your bread at Walmart. Okay, egg salad sandwich and some kind of soup. That's a good one too. So these are the egg meals. They're cheap. Everything in the stockpile. You want to have eggs. I'm looking for powdered eggs. I can't find them yet. Okay. Now, the next day is a fish meal. Salmon patties and mashed potatoes, you know, and some vegetable. Let me give you my salmon patty recipe. I just happen to have a good one. Ricky and I did this one on Welcome to Our Party, and we barbecued it on her barbecue, and those were good. And what's good about these is you need very few ingredients. When you're getting, and you know, if you stockpile the lemon juice, then you can put a little lemon on your salmon patty. Okay, so now, where is it? Here is my salmon that I have left over. I could make some salmon patties out of this, but I'm on the low carb diet. And I have the crackers to make my salmon patties, and you could use egg replacer in this if you wanted to conserve your eggs, and I would suggest whenever it's possible to use it. This is not the same thing as powdered eggs, but I use these to make the cookies. I made, if you guys saw the video, where's my cookies? I use the egg replacer to make these oatmeal cookies. These are good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I used all brown sugar in these oatmeal cookies because I had brown sugar to use up. But today is a low carb day, so I cannot eat any tasty cookies. I can, but that's just going to prolong my diet. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Salmon patties and mashed potatoes. And so what I have is I always have instant mashed potatoes. 1/3 cup water, 2/3 cup milk, 1 tablespoon margarine, and 2/3 cup instant potatoes. That's all you need to know. Okay. All right, now, tuna casserole. There's all kinds of ways you can make this, but if you know how to make the white gravy, you can always have tuna fish casserole. If you have, okay, you guys, pretend this is tuna fish. It's not, it's salmon. You need noodles. Okay, and you could also use Velveeta cheese. And you could make, let me give you my macaroni and cheese. You can make macaroni and cheese and put tuna in it with noodles. What I do if I want to make tuna casserole is I cook the flour a little in the margarine, then I add the milk little by little, and then I add the tuna. Same way I make the chipped beef. Let me show you $2. These are two $1. This one's good. And then I bought this one at 99 cents only for $1. And then I bought this one at Dollar Tree. So powdered milk, so you can always make a tuna casserole. Okay, fish sticks and macaroni and cheese. Okay, what I do is I just keep fish sticks. This used to be something people made all the time. I think these came maybe from Dollar Tree, and you can buy better fish fillets if you want. So fish sticks are fine, and macaroni and cheese. Okay. Tuna sandwich and soup. Usually for that, tomato soup is good, really good. So, tuna sandwich and soup. Okay, now. So now I want to do some bean stuff. Okay, where are those? Okay, the next one is bean burrito. Any kind of beans. You just fry a couple pieces of bacon, or if you don't have any bacon, use a little lard. Remember, lard is pig fat, so it's going to flavor up your beans. Or if you don't have any, just cook your beans with 1 tablespoon olive oil and mash them down and make a bean burrito with salsa. And for the salsa, I have been using the Rotel tomatoes. And in your stockpile, if you don't have any tortillas, if you stockpile this, there's instructions. They have these for $1, little ones. And the instructions are on how to make some corn tortillas. So you can always have a tostada, and you can have a bean. You can always. I got these beans free in the laundry room. So okay. Okay, now, okay. Beans with rice. I made this the other day. You just cook your beans down with rice and bacon. You can put the bacon in the beans, bacon ends, and cornbread. Okay, I got a really good cornbread recipe for you. There's a good cornbread recipe on, you can tell this one's, but this one's good. Like if you're having some pretty scrappy type food and you have some really good cornbread, that is really going to help you. Okay, now let me show you something. Okay, the other night I made cornbread with jalapeno peppers and cheese on the top. And so I have cornbread in my freezer. And if you take it out and it sits at room temperature, gonna need bacon. Stockpile that. And then stockpile lunch meat. All kinds of lunch meat so you can have all kinds of sandwiches. Like if you start getting broke, just go into your stockpile. Let me show you. Go into your stockpile and get your lunch meat out of the freezer and have a sandwich and some soup. I am going to start stockpiling more big packages of bacon. I was buying pound size, but I'm going to be buying big packages of bacon ends because I don't want to take a chance on running out of bacon. So beans and rice, you've seen me make that a million times. Bacon, you know, put the bacon in the beans. If you can make them from scratch as well. And cornbread, beef, burrito, and salsa. Okay, you can use ground beef, you know, your hamburger. Any kind of hamburger. I like these Angus burgers that I get for $1. Fry that up with some salsa. I mean some onions and some garlic, and you know, make yourself a nice big burrito, or else go into your stockpile and get, if the cheapest place is Walmart, you can put some lettuce, tomatoes, and onions on both. That would be good. You can also make tacos. Okay, top ramen and Vienna sausages. This, believe it or not, that is a pretty good little meal. You can have some Cheetos with it if you have them. If not, top ramen and Vienna sausages. It's not a bad meal. And then you go into your freezer. You go into your freezer and you can have a nice sandwich. Okay, so now, just like the goulash, I'm going to have some hamburger meals. Hamburgers and ranch beans. And what I do is I fry hamburgers. and I pretend they're steaks. And then, you've seen me do this, if you've been following me, I get my ranch beans, and usually I have corn. That's a pretty decent meal. Okay, hamburgers and mashed potatoes. I just use my instant mashed potatoes and some kind of canned vegetable, whatever you have. Hamburgers with pinto beans and bacon. Okay, if you don't have bacon, just put beans with 1 tablespoon olive oil or oil, salt, pepper, and sugar. That's going to make some good pinto beans and some corn. Okay, this is a good old standby. Hamburgers with rice and gravy. So you just fry your hamburgers, salt, pepper. I like seasoned salt. And you cook rice, and then you make gravy. What I do is I just sprinkle the drippings with a little flour and salt and pepper. You wanna flavor your flour, and then add milk or beef broth little by little and serve over rice. Okay, now. Also, this would be a good way to go if you were really kind of broke, you know, if something happened and you were sort of, God forbid, broke. Okay, so now, hash and eggs with toast. That's a good cheat meal. You can break your eggs on top, or you can do them separate. I usually do them separate. Okay, this is a good old one from my ex-husband's Aunt Nancy. Lima beans and ham or bacon ends. Where's my little ham? You just cook the lima beans with the ham or the bacon beans, and then when you get them cooked down good, you add evaporated milk. Where is my evaporated milk? Here it is. And for this little batch, I find the best deal is Aldi's, and 1 pack of margarine, salt, and pepper with cornbread. That is good, you guys. My husband's side was from Kansas, so we had they were very thrifty. Oh my gosh, they were very thrifty. Okay, next one, chili dogs. Chili dogs are good. If you don't have hot dog buns, then you've got to use bread or no bread. And you can use hot dogs, or you can go to Aldi's. I think these are good if you've never tried them. Also, you can use that's going to be good, and you can just put it over bread. So chili dogs. Okay, now the next one was from one of the followers, and thank you very much, Sunny Always. Fried potato sandwich and soup. Okay, you just fry your potatoes with some onions, and you put it on some bread. I usually put on toast with some ketchup and some soup. That's a good one. Okay, now this is 2 new ones that I really love from Angie W. In a zipper bag, you save all your leftover soup, your leftover vegetables, and then you make soup. In another bag, you keep all your chicken bones, and when you get a bag full, you make chicken soup. Chicken and rice, chicken and noodles. So this is a pretty good little 31-day stockpile meal plan, and I'm going to be doing these, all different ones. What I like to do is I like to let it flow. So, okay, I would like to ask you guys to like if you liked it, and if you have a good comment on a stockpile meal, it would be greatly appreciated if you would post that. And I would like, if you would like to subscribe and All the new subscribers are more than welcome. And thank you guys, all the old subscribers that have left awesome comments. And God bless you all.